unbelievable. That's one of the best truck races I've seen at Daytona in a long time, as far as keeping those trucks rolling, and everybody in the field did a great job. I know they crashed at the end, but carnage was so
fun watch.
Henderson Motorsports, 3rd career win. Charlie Henderson, of course, thinking about Motor Speedway. Kyle went winless for the first time in his career in the Cup Series last year. And we know when Kyle wins on Saturdays in the Truck Series, he does better on Sundays. And it looks like he's got a hot rod for tomorrow. This will help boost that momentum.
Absolutely. What a just great racing. He did a good job of controlling the
Last
lanes.
Grant Enfinger, Tanner Gray with a great finish. Ty Majeski 4th, Lane Riggs 5th. Gotta love the Heim time burnout, the whole celebration. 12 different leaders tonight, 21 lead changes. Both are track records.
So many times you give him a long run, he's dangerous.
Yep.
Is the long run, the short runs, he's beatable. You can beat him on a short run. The long run, though, he gets that top rolling like that, and he's
a
unstoppable.
Marathon runner. Yeah, marathon runner here at Homestead, and you get these long runs.
He's been, you know, around the block a couple times, right? He's been to the Cup level, he's been to the Xfinity level, he's doing the truck stuff now. But you said it, there's no moment like winning a NASCAR race. I don't care what division it is, it feels great. But being able to celebrate with your family, right? And we're going to see that here in a minute, I'm sure. Kenzie's probably getting the kids to wake up again, maybe. They might fall past bedtime for little ones. But it's worth waking them up to go get the pictures in Victory Lane and celebrating together.
They hired these people for this second team in January, and they were able to come out. This isn't a fluke. They've been running, Michael, top 5, top 10 every week.
And he proved right off the bat here in Bristol.
No practice.
Yeah, stage wins and the race win, and going through some adversity to make it happen. Not a surprise that he's won a race this year. He's going to win more than one race, I'm pretty certain.
Where he is as Tyler Ankrum begins to celebrate. Well, he's got plenty of fuel. He's got plenty of fuel. Is Joey Logano driving that truck or something? Because it always seems to be that the guys were like, oh, they're out of fuel. They got to be out. They got to be out. Have plenty to do burnouts and just do it.
The 22-year-old from Portage, Michigan. Carson Hocevar finds his way back to Victory Lane. He was in the Truck Series full-time, got picked up. Spire Motorsports moved up to the Cup Series last year, and he took those new tires. You said, watch him. That's going to be the winner.
Wow, what a show.
I didn't know he was going to win in those circumstances, but he wound up Victory Lane, and they took a chance at getting tires.
Just keeps getting longer and longer.
Well, we said it early. It's nothing like winning in Charlotte with all your team members here and folks that work so hard to make sure you've got the. But he did a perfect job of playing defense. He put his truck exactly where he needed it to be in order to be able to do what he's doing right now.
What a battle.
I hope he sees that safety vehicle.
Kevin Bono Mannion, his crew chief. The 22-year-old from Washington, D.C., graduated in December. He can drive, but he's smart too.
That was ultimately the difference.
Gonna burn it down. There's Jake
here, so I know this is definitely a great moment for Ford to be back in Victory Lane.
Such a great turnout. You can hear all the fans. I love this, the team on the wall.
Look at them cheering them on. Let's get it.
That's what you want to see.
See the crowd all up there cheering along with Lane.
And sitting and watching from the grass hills. Just doing a nice long victory burnout. This is beautiful.
Corey's saluting those fans right now, Jamie, wanting them to get on their feet and cheer. And you can hear the crowd going wild, enjoying this wonderful NASCAR event for the first time in Connecticut.
Corey Heim credited.
The team, don't you appreciate that Hail Mary he threw? He just got on the game. He did his job, just overdid his job a bit, but you got to go for it, and that's what he did.
Well, they know Lane Riggs is going to go for it. We've seen that proven time and time again. Last week it paid off for him on that late race restart with Carson Hocevar.
So much momentum. These fans have been out here.
Driver in the top 10.
That's enough for a burnout.
It might have stumbled on the track, but it's not stumbling right now.
That's happiness right there.
David Gilliland, so happy. What an effort Tricon Garage puts out. 5 trucks every single race. A little bit more fuel than we thought.
Pretty amazing too when you consider there was a number of other trucks on that similar fuel strategy that didn't believe they could make it, and that goes to show. We talk about Corey Heim and how good he is at so many aspects of racing, but obviously saving fuel in the right moments and doing it the right way.
That was held by Kyle Busch, 23 years old. Pretty incredible what we're watching.
We wondered after tonight who would carry the most momentum into the playoffs. We know who's carried it all year long, but could anybody step up and maybe put a seed of doubt anywhere there? And Corey Heim, as he's done so many times this year already, another burnout.
Those playoff points. He's got these burnouts down to a science.
I was never good at burnouts.
He's running out of room for win stickers, guys.
Well, it's a nice problem to have.
That's a good problem to have.
Well, his team did excellent work on pit road today. Good adjustments by Scott Cipodelli.
You know, I know a lot of people are. Oh, there goes our.
Well, he was Rookie of the Year in the Truck Series last year, found his way to victory lane a couple of times, and now he's doing it again. A 3-time winner and a 2-time winner at Bristol.
You're feeling, and if you've never been in the car before, it's really hard to explain a lot of these little nuances that a car can be like. And if you're a crew chief and you can hear that from your driver, I just feel like your adjustments have got to be better, right? I mean, it's one thing, you got to have, you know, the brains, and you got to be able to make good calls on the box, but he's not worried about the engine in that either, I could tell. He is laying on the chip.
It doesn't appear that much bothers him or gets to him.
Well, that's how you have to be in this sport. And we talk about the guys sitting next to me right now. I mean, you can be mad, but it better be short-lived. And you can't worry about who did what and get into all the goofiness that goes along with all the things that you don't need to be thinking about. You have to focus on and give the feedback for what the guys need to fix your truck. And this team is just so well-rounded, and like Joey said,
congratulations for all of us here at Fox Sports. I'm Jamie.
That put him in position to transfer with a wounded truck. Great job by Ty Majeski.
Tyler Ankrum also, right? He looked like he was, in a terrible situation, or terrible spot earlier on. Finds a way to get it done. By the way, Corey Heim wins again. I don't know how we unpack all this. We need to watch that thing 4 more times.
Yes.
It's very interesting, though. Lane Riggs has been the second best truck more times than anybody else this year.
All the different scenarios that played out, and then this man doing what he does.
4 tires, restarted 10th, to the front he goes. Had to wait again for a next NASCAR overtime. The fans, the media.
Well, he put the 4 tires on and had confidence that's what it was going to take to win.
Scott Cipodelli loves this young man like it's his own son. Such a dynamic relationship.
Well, a number 11 Toyota won the championship tonight. What do you think about Sunday?